everyone, it's Mary Beth from MbGray Designs. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you are here today. So today I'm attempting to make a couple bloom coasters. I have practiced in the past. I haven't done it in a while. I was successful one time, so I am by no means any expert on this, but I've watched a lot of videos and I figure the only way you're going to learn or get better is just try, right? And so I thought I would share this experience with you, and hopefully some of you will try this as well. So I'm going to be using the Let's Resin Fast Cure. I don't know if you can see it, but the Fast Cure, there we go, resin today. Um, and I'm only going to mix up, these each hold 5 ounces total, but we're only going to put about 2 ounces in the beginning. Then we're going to let our resin get to like 34 degrees Celsius, and then we'll drop some alcohol inks and do our white. So I'm going to mix up 5 ounces. So 2 for this, 2 for this, and another ounce for my white that I'm going to be using. Today I'm using Let's Resin Ocean White Pigment Paste. So yeah, that's what we're going to attempt to do. And as far as the alcohol inks, in one of them, I'm going to be using these 3. Let me show them to you. So they're all by Octopus. And one is called Lagoon, one is Ocean, and one is called Smurf. So they're all kind of green and blue colors. And then for the other one, we're going to be using by Octopus Berry Juice. And then we're just using 2 colors, Berry Juice and Peach Red by Let's Resin. There's only maybe a couple drops left in this one, so I have a second one ready to go. And they're all open and ready. You want to be ready. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and mix up my resin and try to, I don't know with Fast Cure if it's going to do well in the bubble remover, but I think I will attempt that the best I can. And then we'll be back and we'll get to pouring. So I wanted to tell you today I'm using the Estoyo mixer, and I think this is really nice, especially for small amounts, because I just have it in my regular little cup here, and it has a small paddle. It also has it comes with 2 small paddles, 2 large paddles, and it has a stand, so if you don't want to hold it, you can put it in the stand. And anyway, yeah, so I thought I would mention that I am using this today, and I really like it. I do have a coupon code also for Estoya, so you can save a little bit of money if you're interested. Now, I have not tried any of their other products, though, so I need to do that. And I also wanted to ask everyone out there, what resin do you use? I've only tried Let's Resin, so and I like it. I have no complaints, but I've just never tried any other resin. I thought it might be a good idea just to at least experiment, and try some other kinds. So let me know what you use or what you've tried or what you like, what you prefer. That would be great. Anyways, I'm going to spend a few minutes mixing this up, and then I'm going to put it through my bubble remover, and we will be back. Okay, our resin is through the bubble remover. Let's see what temperature we're at here. This one's at 31.5. Did I do that right? Yeah, well, 32. And this one is at 32. I'm going to take a little bit of one of them and put it in another cup. This is for the white. Actually, what I'll do, yeah, that brings that down to 2. So I'm taking a 1/2 ounce from each of them, roughly. Yeah. So each of these cups have 2 each for each coaster. Then with my white, and I watched Michelle from Glitz and Glitter multiple times do blooms. Oh my God. Did you see that all just fly out? Oh, I'm so glad it didn't land in my coaster. Well, that's not what's supposed to happen. I'll get that in a second. First thing I'm going to do is just take 1 drop. Oh, wow. That was crazy. It just like exploded on me. 1 drop of white. put the cap on, and we're going to stir this in and just kind of see where we're at. Now, she says, you know, you don't want it like skim milk, but like not fully opaque, but not transparent. I don't know. I've watched a lot of people. I mean, I think it's hard to know. This is pretty transparent. Don't look at the end of the stick, but like right here, you can see my stick through it. Let me get some of that paste off. And you want to make sure you get your paste mixed really, 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 really well. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do, let me wipe this stick clean. Is we're going to, oh gosh, I hope this doesn't explode again on me. We're going to do another drop. Just one little drop, like a half a drop maybe. Yeah, that's better. Get this paste mixed in really good. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is wipe my stick off really well so that all the paste is off the stick, and then we're going to stir again. Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, you can still see through it a little bit, but I think that's what we're going to go with. Okay, so our white is ready. Now I need to clean up the white paste down here, but let's just check the temperature again. It's at 33. Yeah, we need to get going here in a minute. So let me wipe this up real quick, and then I think we'll be ready. I think she said between 33 and 34 is good. All right, that's good enough for now. I'm so glad that didn't land in my mold. Oh, now it's all over my gloves. You know what? I'm just getting new gloves. So by the time I get new gloves on, I think our resin will be ready. This is nerve-wracking. How many of you have done blooms? Let me know in the comments. And give me all your tips and tricks, because I don't know really what I'm doing, but we're going to go for it. All right, let's check the temperature again. Yeah, that's at 34. So we're going to go ahead and pour this 2. I didn't spray alcohol. I hope that's okay. I'm going to pour these 2 ounces in. I do want to get everything out of my cup. I don't want to waste any of the resin. Okay, so there's that one, and then let's do this one. Okay. All right, so the next step is we are going to drop our alcohol inks in. Just get this spatula cleaned up real quick. All right, we'll start with the blue. So we're going to start with Lagoon. Okay. And then we'll do Ocean. If this turns out, I think it's going to be pretty. Okay. And then we're also going to do Smurf. All right. So that one has the inks in. Get those out of the way. And now this one, we're going to start with the octopus berry juice. Okay. And then, yeah, we're only doing 2 on this one. That's right. I don't know if there's any of this. It's called Peach Red. See if we can get any out. Oh, barely. I better go to the other one. Some on the outside a little bit. There we go. I think I want a little bit of the berry juice over here. Also. And then over here, I think I want some of the, is this Lagoon? Yeah, I'm going to put some of the Lagoon out here. Some of the Smurf. Hopefully I didn't use too much alcohol ink. Oh my gosh, that would be terrible. Okay. And then I'm going to take a dotting tool or something, and I'm just going to kind of swirl my alcohol inks. I'm not touching the bottom or anything of my mold, but we're just going to do some swirls in there like that. And we'll do the same thing. We'll do the same thing over here. All right. And now we're ready to do the white. Now, a lot of people use a piping bag. I don't have any. I might need to get some to try it that way. So I'm just going to squish my cup like this. It's not going to be that pretty, but I'm going to do the best I can and just go around in a spiral. Like so. See? We're going to do the same thing over here. Some of this thicker, but I really don't want to mess anything up. Okay. Now we're going to take our dotting tool and let me get a paper towel here ready. And we're going to make our petals. So we're just going to go from 12 o'clock to the middle, 6 o'clock to the middle, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then in between each of those. And then just make a little swirl in the middle. Okay, let's do the same thing over here in the blue one. Again, I'm not touching the bottom of the mold. Okay, and we'll do our little swirl. All right, and now we wait. Well, first what we do is we need to pop some bubbles. I see some bubbles on top. I want to make sure we don't have any bubbles. So you might want to like babysit it for a while. Make sure and get all your bubbles. I probably should have done this before I even put the alcohol ink in, and after I forgot. But definitely try to get your bubbles popped. And I've heard, and again, I'm not the expert here, but you don't want to spray alcohol. That might mess up things. So just use your lighter. Oh, I'm nervous. Okay. All right. Well, we'll be back after they cure. Okay, these are cured. It was late, and so I let them sit overnight. I don't know. I don't have big hopes. We're going to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up 6 ounces, 3 ounces for this one, 3 ounces for this one. And these are the colors we're going to use to back our coasters. So this one is, they're both by Small Tongue. This one's called Shiny Sky Blue. And this one's called Shiny Mid Red. But it's kind of a pinky red. And then just real quick, I had a little bit of extra white from when I did the bloom. And so I just dripped in some of that Lagoon alcohol ink and marbled some pendants. So we've got those two and that one. Marbling is not excellent on them, but they're pretty. All right, so I'm going to, I think, should I use Fast Cure? I think I'm just going to use regular 1-to-1 maybe. I don't know yet. Either I'll let you know. But I'm just going to use my Let's Resin Mini mixer and mix up just 6 ounces and let it go through the bubble remover, and then we'll be back. Okay, we are ready to pour. So look how beautiful it is. I did add a little white because I think these are pretty much just like glitter. I don't know. So I added a little bit of the Diamond White by Mateo. Anyway, that's what we've got. So I guess I'll spray it with alcohol. They're cured. And let's get to pouring. And it should take the 3 ounces because I put 2 ounces in initially. You guys, I have no idea if this is going to turn out. If not, we'll put a sticker on it and it'll still be a cute coaster, right? That's what I'm going with anyway. Ooh, this glittery blue is so pretty. What do you think of the color? Oh, very pretty. All right. There we go. Looking good, looking good. Let's scrape it out. Perfect. Perfect amount. That worked out really well. All right. Then we've got this one. This is a pretty color too. I hope it goes well with the alcohol inks. I really debated on what colors to back these in. I don't know. We'll see what happens, right? On demold. You never know. That's the fun part about resin, right? You just don't fully know what you're going to get. There we go. Ooh, I don't know if I can scrape on this one. It's looking pretty full. I don't want to cause anything to be overflowing. So I think what I'll do is just scrape it in my drip jar here. Yeah, because that's full. All right. Well, all we're going to do now is wait for this to cure, and then we will be back to demold. So we'll see you in just a little bit. All right, it is that time. We're going to demold. These are still warm, but I cannot wait any longer to see. I'm so nervous. Listen, if the blooms didn't turn out, I think they're still going to be pretty, and we can put a sticker on them or something. So let's start with this one. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, I mean, it kind of bloomed. I don't know what's going on over here. I don't even know if you can see it in the camera. The white is kind of light, but I can see the blooms of right here. But it's like I didn't have any white up here. Oh, man. Yeah. So there's that one. Not thrilled. I do like that pink sparkle, though. All right. Here's the blue one. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, not great. Not great. But listen, if you don't practice, how are you ever supposed to get better? You know what I mean? I mean, it did kind of bloom. You can see it did. I know my ring light's kind of in the way. I'm trying to, maybe you can see it better from back here. It's not great. I don't even know what to say. All right. So how do we save these pieces? I think, I mean, this is just a mess because, and you know what's sad is it was blooming. If the white would have been a little bit more opaque, and if I would have had white over here, I don't know what happened. I think we would have had a chance. This is what we learn. We analyze it and we learn and we try again, right? So, and this one, it's like it was starting to bloom. It just didn't fully bloom. So what I'm going to do is I'll decorate these up. I probably will put stickers on them and we'll still have them as coasters, but they're not what I anticipated. That's for sure. And maybe if I would have done a different backing, things would have popped more. That's another lesson, although I do like the sparkle. Yeah. All right, let's see what I can do with these, and then we'll come back for the final refill. Okay, so here's what I decided to do. I'm trying to save these pieces. So I've got these PET stickers that I put on, and I think they look pretty, but we want to do a top coat now. So what I'm going to use is the Let's Resin Tabletop Epoxy, part A and part B. I think I'm just going to, I'll probably mix up 3 ounces, but I probably only need 1 to 2 ounces. I probably only need to mix up 2 ounces, actually. And then I'm going to run it through the bubble remover, and I'm going to put a little crushed crystal in, and then I'll come back and we'll pour the top coat. I'll show you how I do it. Okay, so we've got our tabletop resin here, and I went ahead and put some crushed crystal in there. I just got a couple pink cans. I'm going to just set my coasters on top like that, and we are going to very, very carefully pour. And it's handy to have a scribe or some tool to help it kind of go to the edge. So let's start with the reddish pink one first. We're just going to put a little bit in the center and it'll spread out a little bit. It's hard to know how much. I'm not the best at this. I'm still kind of learning, but okay. And we're just going to bring it, hopefully you can see this okay. We're just going to bring it down to the edge and just kind of flick like that. I hope that makes sense. Sorry, I'm concentrating. This edge is a little different because it's a crystal edge, you know. So I'm just doing the best I can to get to the edge here without going over those crystals, if that makes sense. Okay, looks like we've gone around. All right, let me just wipe that off. And I use, let's see, I only used like a half of an ounce on that. So we're going to have some left over, but I'm going to move this aside just to kind of get it out of the way. Bring this one up, and we're going to do the same exact thing. Okay. Yep, that was about a half an ounce as well, so that'll probably be enough. I mixed up way too much resin. That's okay. We'll do something with it. I'm sad that the blooms didn't turn out, but you know what? We're going to keep trying because you just got to keep trying. And eventually, oh, I see something's dripping over the edge here. That's not good. But that's why we've got it up on this jar. So the tension must have broke somewhere. I only saw one drip, so hopefully it's okay. I mean, you won't really tell all that much. It is a crystal edge. There's a lot to learn with resin, huh? But it's fun. It's fun. And the more you play around and experiment, the better you get, you know, just like with anything. Okay, we're almost around to the beginning here. Just kind of trying to evenly spread that out. So now what I want to do is, if you have a torch, you could take that. I've got a long neck lighter. The one thing I like about using crushed crystals, it kind of helps hide the bubbles too. But we're going to go ahead and pop any bubbles that we see. And I need to do it on the other one as well. So we'll do that real quick. And then we're going to let these set up. And they're going to be beautiful. Not what we expected on this video, that's for sure. But that's okay. We still made it work and made beautiful coasters out of it, right? Just not a bloom. A different type of flower. All right, so we're going to let these just hang out. And now, it smells like I started a fire there. I just had to make sure I was okay. Now we've got 2.5 ounces left. What are we going to do with that? I think we're going to make a bunny since, you know, it's getting to be that time of the year. So what I'm going to do is take some white first. I feel like something is burning. This is not good, but I don't see anything. It must just be the fumes from the lighter. Okay, so we're going to take some white and add it to our resin. This is the Diamond Right White by Mateo, which has become kind of my favorite white. My resin, it's tabletop resin, so ooh, look at that. It's getting very thick and very warm. So I kind of want to move a little quick here. Just making sure my mica powder is all mixed in. We don't want any unmixed mica powder either. All right, and I'm going to take some alcohol ink. This is Berry Juice by Octopus. And I'm just going to squirt a few drops in here. Just kind of mix that around a little bit, not much. I'm trying to do a little bit of a marble look here. Hopefully you can see my bunny. And we're just going to go ahead and pour. It's not really marbling, it's more turning pink. That's okay. There's a little bit of marble in there, I guess. I'm trying to hurry it along. Just like I said, the resin's getting real thick. Kind of worried about it getting in its ears. Let's hope it does it. Sorry if you can hear the Resiners air filter, air purifier. It's on right now. I'm trying to, it looks like it's flowing into the ears, so that's good. Trying to dome this. That's looking pretty good. And we still have an ounce left, so that only takes 1.5 ounces. Oh goodness. All right, I'm gonna find something. I'm in a little bit of a hurry because the resin's getting warm, but we'll come back when everything is cured. Okay, everything is cured, so we can remove these from our paint jars. I'll put those back in my shelf here behind me. And these look good now. I'm happy. I'm happy with them. I think we saved them. I wish they would have been nice blooms, but we still got some nice coasters. All I'm going to do is I'll put some cork on the back of them. Okay, and you can see it did drip a little bit. I might have to sand a little bit of that on the bottom. All right, let's demold our flowers here. Oh, look at that beautiful pink. Pink and white. Oh, that is so sparkly. So pretty. And then our little butterfly. Oh, really cute. Okay, and then we've got, oh gosh, hopefully, last time I demolded this bunny, I broke a leg off, but that's because I didn't wait for it to cool down. It's completely the next day, so I think we're okay. We got some micro bubbles in the back. The resin was getting really thick, so I'm not surprised. This one's a little bit harder to get out. There's one little leg. There we go. There we go. Aww, she's cute. We've got a little bit of marbling. Not much, but that's okay. She's super cute. She just sits around. So we'll decorate her up. So we'll embellish these and we'll be back. Okay, so we are at our final reveal. You'll recall the coasters. I don't know what that is. Oh, that was part of my attempted bloom. That's what that is. Anyway, here is our bunny. What do you think? She turned out so super cute. We just highlighted her stitch marks with a chrome marker, painted up her little face, gave her a bow with a rhinestone, and then some rhinestones around her ears. So I think she turned out super cute. And here's our flowers. We dressed them up a little bit as well and made them into magnets. And then here is our butterfly. And I think that turned out really pretty as well. Isn't that a gorgeous butterfly? And made it into a magnet. So yeah, so there are our final pieces of this video. I hope you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the pour. And yeah, thank you so much for spending time with me today. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And I would love to have you join my little YouTube family. I'd be so honored. And also don't forget about all the coupon codes in the description box. Make sure to check those out. And if you'd like to email me, my email is also in the description box. I do take custom orders. And if you're interested in any of my pieces, please feel free to email me. All right, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark? From so far away, show us where we are. What makes the sun go to sleep every night? And what's it dreaming of? I wonder. How come the sky sometimes hides behind the clouds? Maybe it's just like me, a little bit scared of heights.